What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. And shout out to all the subs of mine that stuck around and didn't tuck their tail between their legs at the sign of a little bit of turbulence and run off. And those are the people that I wouldn't want to have in my corner when it's go time, because they'll do exactly what they did, turn coat and run. But with that being said, my channel has never been about me wanting to be popular or famous or be like Jeremy Fragrance, because this is not a job to me. This was a hobby for me. And I only stated through my eyes what I consider facts. What's going on in FragCom. But people don't want to see the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. Anytime somebody speaks the truth, they always want to turn a blind eye to it and say, oh, you just hating. Okay, that's fine. I'll be a hater. I'll be whatever names y'all call me in the comment sections. I'll be whatever it is. But just know that over here, I don't follow suit. I don't jump on hype trains. And just because I don't have pretty editing and all this other crazy stuff going on in my videos, that doesn't mean that the message isn't still the same. So say what you will. Shout out to all my true fans out there that stuck around. We didn't need all that riffraff weighing us down anyway. And I don't care if I gain another subscriber. As long as I can reach the people that I talk to that listen, that's all that matters to me. That's fine. I would much rather people sit and listen to the message that I'm preaching than to be listening to the choir that's singing in the background. But that's just me. Anyway, first fragrance I want to talk about. This is not going to be one of them overly popular, hyped up top 10 lists or top that list or most popular fragrance list. This is going to be a couple of fragrances that I have in my collection that I haven't seen people really mention or talk about, especially being current anyway. So the first one I'm going to talk about is from the house of Bulgari. And this one was at my local TJ Maxx for some time. And the price on it was ridiculous. It was like 60, almost 70 bucks. And I waited and waited because it was in the clearance section. And I waited for it to come down in price. And then once it hit that price that was comfortable for me to purchase it as a blind buy, I jumped on it. And it is from the house of Bulgari. Bulgari or BLV Pour Homme. And no, the juice isn't blue, because that's what I thought at first until I looked through the side of the bottle. The front and back of this glass is blue, but the juice, and you can see through the side, the juice is clear. And what does this smell like? It smells like a very, very nice bar of expensive soap. You're going to smell very fresh, very clean. Slight, just a tinge of powderiness to it. I think this has like blood orange, pink grapefruit. I think there are some florals in this. I can't pick out all the notes. My nose isn't quite as good to do that, but I think this is a very nice fragrance, and I don't know why people don't talk about it. They only talk about the more popular Bulgari fragrances, but this one is nice. I like this one. And if you just want to have something that smells clean, you don't want to try to stand out and, you know, try to outdo everybody else when it comes to the scent of your fragrance. Nobody's going to tell you that you smell too clean or too fresh. This works fine. Now, performance, y'all know how it is with me. I got dry skin. No matter how much I moisturize, the majority of the fragrance that I wear, with the exception of a few, I only get about 5, maybe 6 hours of longevity out of. This one got me about the same, about 5.5 hours of longevity. Projection on it was probably like maybe an hour. Then it sits kind of close to the skin. But hey, if you're not trying to overdo it, check it out. Next up, Ould Be Rojas by the House of Rojas. This is the Homme version. Eau de Toilette. And it's a weird kind of bottle. It has, I can't even make out what this is supposed to be. But at one time I thought it was like a face or something. But I don't know, I can't tell. But whatever the case may be, this is the bottle. Has a pretty decent atomizer, but I don't really care for ones that mist like that, because you have to get close to your skin to actually get a good concentration of it on your arm. If you just mist it, you're going to get a little bit of it on you, and that's not going to be good enough. What do I get? A lot of citrus. This is citrusy to death. Whatever other fragrance notes that are in this, I don't know, but all I pick up is a lot of citrus. I did look the note breakdown up, and I'm not even going to read that because I don't really care much for notes. But just from looking at my paper right here that I wrote the notes, this is for this fragrance. These are all the notes that are in this fragrance. If y'all can see, let me see. All of these notes right here are in this fragrance. That's a lot. So if you're looking for a nice citrus fragrance, this smells so nice. It smells so sophisticated. It smells well blended to me. This ran me, I think, like 15 to 20 bucks on Fragrance X, and you can't beat it. I mean, yeah, there are other citrus fragrances out there. I know people are gonna want to get Dior Homme Cologne if it wasn't discontinued, and they want L'Homme Ideal Cologne and all that kind of stuff that's overhyped. But this one is a very nice fragrance, and I recommend it, especially as a blind buy. Like, I don't like blind buying. I do it from time to time, but I don't like doing it. But I think this one, especially for the price, 15, 20 bucks, that blind buy won't kill you. I don't recommend blind buying something expensive. That I don't condone. That's a big mistake, because 9 times out of 10, it may not turn out the way you want it to. But that's just me. You know, people have money. They have needs and wants. And if you choose to go that route, do it. But don't complain about it after you do it. That's all I can say. So, Ould Be Rojas Homme, not a bad citrus-based fragrance if you're looking for one. Perfect for this time of year, spring and summer. It's hot outside. You need something that's going to be refreshing, something citrusy, and it works. Performance, I get about 5 hours out of this also. I can't front. If you choose to spray your shirt, then most of these fragrances will last longer. But off of my dry skin, that's about what I get longevity-wise. Projection on this was about 1.5 hours. That citrus really be kicking if you can get enough of it on your skin. Like I said, that atomizer it's a nice atomizer. I just don't like the misty type atomizers. So another one that got a little bit of talk in FragCom when I first came into the game, and I'm kind of glad that I got this. This actually, I believe, was a trade, or a subscriber gifted it to me. I'm not sure what happened. It's been a while. But I like this. I do like Vetiver. This works perfect for this time of year also. This is from Karl Lagerfeld. This is Bois de Vetiver. A lot of people talk about the other fragrances or flankers in this company's line, but this one is nice. Not a bad atomizer. That smells good, man. That Vetiver is crisp. It smells clean. It's well blended. I just don't know what else to say about this, man. This is a nice fragrance. I have worn this maybe once. I think I may wear this tomorrow. I'm not really going to do much tomorrow. for Memorial Day because they don't want people crowding around and being gathered up together on the local beach. But I'm going to try to do something tomorrow. If not, it is what it is. I'll just spray this on and maybe wear it around, do a little drive around the city and wear it, just see what happens. But I like this fragrance. I have worn it once. I don't remember exactly what the performance was like because it's been so long ago since I got this. So I can't speak on that. But I do know that this is a well-blended fragrance. It's very nice. And price point is not expensive. I think it's going to be around the $20-something mark, maybe $20. Look it up and see. But Bois de Vetiver by Karl Lagerfeld. And last but not least, from the house of Lalique, I have seen pictures posted of this on Instagram and Facebook and places like that. Nobody really talks about this fragrance. They actually talk about the one that it kind of resembles or is a so-called quote-unquote clone of or inspired by fragrance of. If you've ever smelled Bois de Portugal, and which I think I have, then you will probably like this. This is more manly. This is more masculine than anything I've just shown you. This can be a signature scent if you're into that kind of thing. I'm not into signature scents personally because I don't like wearing the same stuff over and over and over. But from the house of Lalique, this is Lalique Pour Homme. And this is the lion head version. Now, there is a horse head version, and if I'm not mistaken, they said that it's not the same as this one. It's different. I don't know why I was thinking that the horse head version was just a more tame or toned down version of this, but from what I understand, it's different. I don't know. I don't own that one. I own this one. This was pricey too at TJ Maxx, and I waited and waited and waited. It was around Christmas time. This was like $60-something too. And I waited and waited. It got moved to the clearance section, but the price was still like $55 or something dollars. So it didn't come down much. And finally, it got to a point where I could actually not be upset if I didn't like this fragrance. I got it, and I wasn't upset. I knew nothing about this fragrance when I got it. I didn't know anything about Bois de Portugal or whatever it is. And I sprayed this, and at first, I was like, I don't know about this one. But then I kept smelling it, and the more I kept smelling it, the more I started liking it. And so I did actually wear it once, and this is what a boss would wear. Like somebody sitting in a high-rise office somewhere on the top floor, big desk in front of him, you know, secretaries and stuff like that. That's what this smells like. I love this scent. This is one of my more favorite fragrances in my collection. I have a few that I do like more than others, but this is one that I really, really do like. This is one I only really would like to wear when I'm actually dressed up and doing something like some kind of real function. I'm not talking about like a cookout or, you know, a club or something like that. This is more for like an actual, like a job function or, you know, church or something like that. But that's just me. So those are my 4 fragrances, y'all. Performance. I forgot to give you performance on this. The performance is pretty good. This is actually one I get better performance out of. I got like 7 hours of longevity out of this. I got like an hour and a half to 2 hours of projection out of it. Smells wonderful on the dry down. Well blended fragrance. Atomizer. Very nice. Oh man, that smells so good. It smells good. I didn't show y'all the Bulgari one. Now that does a mist also, but the mist on this one is a little bit stronger than the one you get from the Rojas. But all 4 of these fragrances are very, very good fragrances. I highly recommend trying these out. If you can find these 2 for a decent price, definitely pick these up. These are going to be the more inexpensive ones. This one more inexpensive than the Bois de Portugal, Bois de Vetiver. But hey, I think they're all worth purchase. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Thanks for sticking around. I'm out, y'all. Here is to smelling great. Peace.